Jesse Ray, introduce yourselves.
Mike Ortiz.
Tara Ortiz.
You guys are cool, by the way.
Yeah, you're super
Craig
cool.
Andrew Olson. Andrew Olson, new convert.
6 years ago.
6 years ago, that's a new convert.
Hey, 8 years ago.
8 years ago, convert. Are you a convert?
No.
No? Okay.
You're okay.
Well, you could still run with us. All right, here we go. We're heading from the new gate now down Jaffa to the Jaffa gate. Bye. I'm just getting a video of you as you run by.
Right.
Show off.
That was
Oh, I screwed up. It's Jerusalem Day. They're all celebrating the conquest of Jerusalem. And this is Jaffa Gate going right into the Christian quarter. And there's our great pilgrims dancing and enjoying themselves here as we're...
American version.
There goes an extra 50 calories. All right, let's head out this way. There's Andrew staying right out in the front. Here comes Tara and Jesse.
doing great.
Doing great, guys.
Okay.
Now we're heading towards Zion Gate.
Show everybody Craig's shoes.
The door into the upper room. Right behind us is the Church of Dormition. And now we're going to go into the upper room.
Yep.
See Church of Dormition?
Yep.
Upper room. The sacraments of the priesthood, the Eucharist, confession, and where the Holy Spirit came down. And the pelicans. There.
We made it, Tara.
And there's Tara. Doing good, all of you.
Oh yeah.
Keep going.
So, hey Steve, having a great run.
Steve.
There he comes with his toe shoes. There comes Craig. See three arches are walled in. Those were the entrance during the time of Christ. So Jesus would have walked up the steps and gone in there. That's the way he would have gone inside the temple. And as a rabbi, he was always teaching up there. He was teaching and the disciples would meet him there. In fact, the early church, for the very first early... Oh, by the way, I'm Steve Ray and I'm leading this group. But the early church, actually, they first met in Solomon's portico in the temple. Not in a church, not in a house. They met inside those gates right there in the portico porch of Solomon. That's where the early church met. So they're still Jewish.
Yes.
Yeah, right.
So this is, see, you still got archaeology going on and there's a lot happening. When Glenn Beck comes here, he's going to be up here. That's where he's going to be speaking from up there, and he's going to try and get 15,000 people in here. And these Muslims over here and so on, I don't think are going to be happy about it. It could.
Is that where Jesus would have taught?
Right here, I'm going to give a little commentary through my sweat. Let's start here. There's the Golden Gate, one of the 8 gates, but this one is walled up. Muslims walled it up to keep the Messiah out. Put Muslim cemeteries in front, also double sure, keep the Messiah out. And here's Mike, and here's Tara, and Jesse, and Craig, Andrew. We're all still in it. Okay, this is the Kidron Valley. Jesus crossed the Kidron and went up into the Garden of Gethsemane. Right there is the church we had Mass, the Church of the Agony, or All Nations. There's the trees in the Garden of Gethsemane. Up there is the Church of Dominus Flavit, where Jesus wept when he was riding the donkey. So there's the Mount of Olives. Look at the buses. That whole road is covered with buses parking. Probably when you take the ones around the back, probably 60 or better. Glad we're not down there today. We're running through the heart of East Jerusalem. This is actually Nablus Road. Shops everywhere. And now we're going to cross the street here on the walkway. Okay. And here they come. Andrew, Tara, Mike, Jesse, and Craig. Steve, right here, we ran around the walls of Jerusalem and did a couple of side trips too through the upper room and city of David. We ran, I haven't checked it yet, we probably ran a little over 3 miles, and just for the record, it's 88 degrees today. Okay, Jesse, what'd you think?
Well, we rode in the bus today around the walls, and it seemed like an hour. And we ran around the walls, and it was much less than that.
Yeah, about 45
Even
minutes.
stopping along the way.
All right, Andrew.
Oh, every time you see the city, it gets better. There's more there.
Craig.
Awesome view. We saw things from the other side of Mount Olive. It was great.
You did good. You did great. You're a biker, not a runner, so you did great. Keep it up.
Runner,
Absolutely. And no, I love those shoes you got. It has the toes in them.
Amen.
My goodness. All right,
Hi,
Tara.
what I have to say is thanks be to God, I made it. And thanks be to Steve for taking us.
You
Thank
did
you,
great.
Stephen.
You've run marathons. You're good at
half
this.
marathons.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right, Mike.
One of the major highlights, Steve. We saw the city like you can't do from the bus, so it was fantastic and recommended to anybody.
Good.
Thanks.
So now we're going to go take a much needed shower and get something to eat.
There you go.
Thanks, guys.
There you go. Thank you.